Okay, welcome back with Happy Chappy, and this is Sunshine on a Rainy Day. Um, and how I feel about that is we get the best of both. Always had a thing for the sun, but yet when it's raining and it's pelting down, I love it. I love just how it just splashes up off the ground. How you can see the drops hitting and coming up again. It's like fighting its own force of the impact of the ground. And yeah, I just think it's beautiful to watch as you see that energy transforming and changing um, in so many ways and so quickly and coming from one place to be delivered to another. Uh, Yet you're seeing the rays of the sun shining through everything and feeling the warmth of it is so beautiful. Yeah, it's like people transforming and changing and hot and cold, wet, as in at the beginning. I like to look at things when you look at the ground being wet and the sun shining on it is like the moment of or the beginning of that growth uh, to something new where if you just planted the seeds and the ground needed that watering, it would be there, and then you had your son to help with the rise of that seed. Uh, the combination of both sides of things, where you could see the rain as the darkness, as in, I know, like growing in life, it's always been seen that the rain is like a negative thing, that we can't go out in the rain. It restricts us from things. But maybe you go out on a sunny day, sunshine on a rainy day, um, you'll see the beauty of it, and there's so much more to it. I know I'm just having a wee ramble, but on weather, but how the similarities of everything is with life, and when you can see that and see the beauty of it all, you can start to turn and see how things that we would see that would be negative in our life aren't so negative. That they're one and the same. It's just we need to be balanced to understand that if we're looking at a negative way or seeing it as a negative, then that's what it will be, because that's what consciousness brings about. Now, if you understand that it's just energy and transforming and changing and working together as one unity, then you can see that even though before as it would have been seen as a negative, that it's only part of the process. And as being part of the process, it's the whole process that makes everything so beautiful. As in sunshine on a rainy day. Some may prefer just the rain, some may prefer just the sun. But that's a preference from the ego, from what you want as an individual, instead of a collectiveness, as a wholeness of everyone together and what's best for them. You see, we always think what's best for us as an individual, but as a collective, what's best will be carried out through the universe as a collectiveness of consciousness, through what we all are thinking and feeling, uh, which will be brought about, which brings me to the point of where we all should be thinking and feeling of positive things in life and how things are positive, so we can influence them forces to flow with how we are as beings in that creative way of consciousness. And as a unity, if we look at it and feel that way, then life on earth would be so much smoother because we'd have put that energy into it, and in return, it would come back to us. But we're caught up in cycles of separation, um, with the rain be seen as a negative and the sun as a positive. Now, it could be seen another way either, with the sun being a negative and the rain be a positive. It depends on the individual, but that's what I'm saying. It's not down to an individual. It's down to a totality of everything, and what is best in the long run and not what is best for right now. Um, and if we can see that in the long run, you'll see the beauty of everything. It's like when you work hard as in the farming and planting seed or planting seed and seeds, you get me. But growing food, plants, all sorts, how the process comes about, how you have to plant the seed, you have to water it, you have to nourish it, and it's not the best side of everything uh, until you get the plant to grow and you see the vegetation on it, the fruit, the veg, whatever it may be. And at that time, you're getting the joy out of it. But you're missing, because we're capturing that moment and not or staying in the final moment of reaping what we're doing, but having that moment at the beginning of the time that we start the process is key to enjoying the experience of doing the process. Because if you're just doing the process and staying in the moment of what's happening, but being captured by everything outside of that, by the dark side of everything as it could be seen, then it's going to influence how you're going to feel. But if you've something already captured in here, like your final reaping of the food, of the plants that you're creating, then whatever happens outside is not going to affect in here as long as you keep hold of that in here. So when you're planting and going through your process, and as the weather changes and brings it about, as nature takes its course and you take your course with that nature, but seeing the final outcome, then you'll have enjoyed the whole process so much more than looking at what was the good side and what was the bad side, what was the in between. You'd have enjoyed it all, you'd have seen all that, but at the same time, being in your high because you knew what was coming and you captured that in your heart and soul. Anyway, this is sunshine on a rainy day. Makes my soul drift, drift away. Happy chappy, love and peace.